Max, Rusty, and I were riding along soaking wet after a heavy rain. The rain had quit, but my Levi's clung to my body like a toddler clinging to their mom's leg on the first day of preschool. And then, down by the river, we saw an old man slumped over a rock. He looked beat up and bleeding. Blood on his shirt, mud on his jeans, a rusty rifle by his side. He was too weak to react. When we approached, he handed me an envelope and said, "Don't let her get this map." His last words as he passed on. We buried him properly and rode on. Barely back on the trail, a woman rode up to us. She was slim, tall, sharp-eyed, and wearing stretched Levi's that looked painted on her. She asked if we'd seen an old man. I didn't trust her, so I said no. I don't think she believed me, but she rode on. Then again, it could have been our smell. The rain had soaked us, but hadn't washed away 2 weeks of sweat and trail without a bath. That night, sitting by a warm fire, I opened the envelope. It was a message and a map. Turns out the woman robbed a stagecoach, hid the money, and the old man saw her and took the money. The map showed where he stashed the loot, in a wolf's den. It was then that I realized the old man was el hombre que vive con lobos, the man who lived with wolves. I should have known by his Levi's that were faded, patched, and probably chewed on by his roommates. At dawn, I waited for the wolves to go hunting for the day so I could slip into the den untouched. I managed to grab the gold and headed out before they returned. Still a day's ride to town, I set camp but had bad feelings. I briefly dozed off when suddenly awakened by Max's frantic barking. There, standing over me, was the woman in Levi's fit to form. She was holding a pistol at me and ready to shoot before asking questions. But before she could shoot, the wolves started howling. She was startled, so I grabbed my gun and shot the pistol out of her hand. She glared at me like this ain't over. I tied her up, then bandaged her before we rode towards town. We were getting tired and had ridden for quite some time when she tried one last trick by pretending to fall, toward me and my gun, of course. But Max, more alert than me, nipped her horse, and Russie jumped like a rodeo champ. They saved the day. She wasn't going to get away from this team. When we rode into town, folks stared in surprise. Here we were, a tired cowboy in trail-worn Levi's, a wanted and dangerous bandit, and a bag they suspected to be full of stolen gold. The sheriff nearly ate his hat. She was wanted for robbery, trickery, and general unpleasantness, so no one expected her to get captured by a bunch like us. They offered us a reward, but I said all I needed was a hot meal, a chance to clean up, and a warm bed.